How's
Good
it
day.
going?
Hello.
Let's just sort this a wee bit.
Whoa.
I got a haircut.
You did?
I did.
Who is that guy?
Alright, big boy.
So,
Just got the biggest waft of shit in your street.
So yeah, thank you for joining us. We now have 1, 2, 3 Andys in the car.
the 3 Andy Migos. Oh, we need Juan here. If we had Juan here, it would be like...
When?
If we had Juan. We would have Juanito in the 3 Andy Tears, or Andy Migos.
I think that one needs some thought.
Yeah.
So we're going to see...
Yeah, let's actually start.
Yeah, what we're going to see, I've totally forgotten. Gone right in my head. Green Book, Viggo Mortensen.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the trailer. It looks like it's about kind of racism and the music industry.
2 things I'm hating.
It looks very good. Oh, yeah, so...
Yeah, it looks quite interesting.
You had me at Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty
To be
awesome.
fair, he is. So it seems to be like a wise guy turned personal security chauffeur or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like a buddy movie, I guess.
I really only want the cinema food.
Some
Yeah.
stale nachos and a soggy hot dog. This
40
one.
quid though. Bargain.
So I got a new microphone.
Oh, yeah.
We try this out, see if the sound's better from the back. Andy, speak.
Alright.
That wee tidy BMW in front of you as well.
What do you think of the new I series?
I have no opinion.
I thought the i8 was pretty cool. Was it the i8?
Yeah, that's a nice car. Very expensive car though.
We should get sponsorship for this show from some car dealerships and like test drive their cars. Go do a
To
drive-thru
the
movie.
movies. Guys.
Maybe that's a little bit too much,
No,
like
it's not too much.
Jerry Seinfeld.
No, it's not too much.
You're gonna get a Toby Carvery.
So do you know anything about this at all? No, not a thing.
I really should do some research before I do these things.
I know, but we're just kind of sold on Viggo Mortensen,
Yeah.
saw a bit of a trailer, and it was just like, that looks like a really, really good film.
Last Andy out, so
Land, I mind getting out. So, we went in expecting
change of
a
plan.
masterful performance by Viggo Mortensen, and we got...
Are you sure you wasn't in what we just seen?
He might have been. There was a lot of people in it.
Yeah, slight change of plan because someone forgot his wallet, so couldn't get into the cinema in time.
And then someone's bloody bank card wouldn't work in their
Yeah.
machines for some reason. So we ended up seeing the Lego Movie 2.
Which I regret.
Which I regret too. You know what? I would have been happy if they'd never touched that franchise again. The first one was good.
Yeah,
The first one was really good fun.
it was.
And then that one was just flogging a dead horse, wasn't it?
I
Yeah,
don't know, it'd be a pretty good movie if you were younger than the age of the people in the movie. You're supposed to be that age.
It's very true. I mean, we
That
did
kid.
get the whole cinema experience, the wailing baby down the front. I'm sure a kid, bless him, walked past me and had peed himself.
my favourite part though was when like they went to throw all the toys away and that kid just went, "Well done!"
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being a grumpy old man, but like nothing was funny. All of the jokes were really obvious and flat, and
It just felt like old reused jokes.
I was just trying too hard.
And-
I feel it was probably fine for kids, and it was probably enjoyable, but I wasn't enjoying it. And I really enjoyed the first one though.
Yeah, same. I enjoyed all the Lego movies, to be fair. The Ninjago one was hilarious. I feel like this is the first one we've failed. Like,
I know.
we actually fucked this one up.
Fucked out completely.
I don't know if it's because it was bad or it's just more of the same, really. Every joke was, I'm going to build up to a big thing and then no, nothing happened.
Yeah. Either way, Lego Movie 2 was very disappointing.
Yeah, it's pretty fish. I feel like I'm raining on the parade of a kids movie because I'm an old man.
And
Yeah,
definitely
it's
it's a good one if you're a parent too and you have a boy and a girl.
Yes. Yeah, that's
because
true.
it kind of catered to everyone, right?
It's true.
I
I think we
just
should
give me a
leave
joke.
this because we are just being a couple of old men. I'm gutted though because Andy won't get to see the Green Book.
Alright, so after some
Shenanigans.
minor technical difficulties on shenanigans. We return to a review of Green Book. We've lost
Andy.
We haven't killed him, I swear, he's just
We just got fed up with him and left him at the cinema. So we went and saw Lego Movie 2 instead to pass the time, and then we went and watched Green Book later that night, didn't we?
Yeah. And it was really good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, go over the story.
Yeah, so it's 1962, I think. Dr. Don Shirley is like a classically trained pianist, and he requires a driver because he has decided to embark on a tour of the Deep South as a black man. Possibly not the wisest decision, but he obviously done it for lots of reasons. In steps Tony Lip.
Tony Lip.
Played by Viggo Mortensen perfectly. He was
amazing.
Amazing.
Superb. Like, Viggo Mortensen's one of those guys that, like, he kind of disappears for a couple of years, and then whenever he springs up, you have to go and see whatever he's in it.
Yeah, definitely. His performance is like, it wasn't even really a gangster per se. It
No,
was just kind of like,
he's a wise guy.
Salt of the earth, kind of like Italian New Yorker back in the 60s. He works at the Copacabana. At the start, he engineers a hilarious situation to kind of get in with a maid guy, and he engineers the loss of this guy's hat so that he can return it to him and look like he's
like he saved the day.
Saved the day.
He's a chancer.
Yeah,
he's a chancer.
He is an absolute chancer. As he describes himself, a total bullshit artist.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's almost like a buddy movie with these two guys in the car travelling across the south. He's there to protect him.
Basically be his chauffeur and bodyguard kind of, almost really, isn't it? At first it's like Dr. Shirley's like telling him what his role's going to be. He's like, well, I'll need you to drive me places, I'll need you to book things for me, I'll need you to wash my clothes, and he'll go, he's like, no, I'm out here. the scene's, like, every scene's beautiful. There's not a bad scene in it. The chemistry between them was amazing.
Yeah.
There was just so many lovely moments, like when they're sitting, he's writing the love letter to his wife, and Dr. Shirley's kind of helping him along with it, or the fried chicken scene. The fried chicken scene's the best. Tony Lip's going with the stereotype that all black people like Southern fried chicken. And he's saying, go try a bit. And Dr. Shirley's like, this seems so unsanitary.
Yeah. He's well bred. He's
very particular.
Very particular. The first time you meet him, he's sitting on a golden throne in his penthouse.
Yeah, like a big African king,
yeah. They play on the kind of themes of like belonging. You know, Tony knows more about black culture in America than he does, and with him being kind of classically trained,
he's kind of out of touch with the common folk, really, isn't he? Yeah.
Performance-wise, they were both amazing. Like, I've forgotten the name of the guy.
I know. I've been trying to think of it. I can't.
Cottonmouth from Luke Cage.
Not that that's necessarily the best selling point, but like in this film, he is just brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We were trying to figure out if he was actually playing the piano in the concerts. We were trying to figure out if it, like, we both studied like computer arts and visual effects and stuff like that. So we're both looking at it and I'm going, is that his hand? But then you were saying that it's he is properly trained musician, like pianist.
I believe so. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can translate that to
what
playing.
Dr. Shirley did. That was ridiculous what he was doing.
However, if it was, then
crazier things would
play to him. Yeah. So obviously the film's titled after you were explaining it to me. I really didn't know much about it.
I only found out about this a wee while ago. It was actually like a food travel show I was watching, and back in the day, the Green Book, the title comes from a book of what was basically a safe travel book for African Americans back in that time period, where it was basically an index of everywhere that was black friendly, where they could stay, where they could eat, because segregation was such a thing back then. Viggo thumbed through the book at one point. We saw a couple of these places, but the emphasis definitely wasn't on that.
No.
It could have been called something else.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, it was good because you really got to see kind of like the surprise of Tony Lip, where he was like, whoa.
Yeah,
And the
'cause he's-
difference of where they were staying.
He
compared to
started,
each other.
yeah, even him, who was just a Italian guy from New York, wasn't well off. He was staying in much nicer places. Dr. Shirley was just forced to stay in these awful places. I mean, the film touched on a lot of the racism. He was forced to put up with quite a lot of horrible things, as you would expect. Even when he was like the guest of honor in all these places he was playing, they were forcing him to get dressed in cupboards and
not eat in the restaurant.
So it was horrible to see, but it also tied in with the character development of Tony Lip. He started off quite racist himself.
He was. I mean, he wasn't the most.
He threw a
open
couple
of
of
people.
glasses into the bin that two black workmen had been drinking out of in his flat. So it was nice to see his evolution.
And it was cool because you had the wife who was very accepting of everyone.
Yep.
And you saw her over the period of, you saw, even though Tony wasn't in the house,
Yep.
you saw their relationship blossom as a result of his time with Dr. Shirley, you know. It was-
No, it goes to show. I mean, I think we've touched on a couple of like films in the past where racism has been a theme. It really does just change a person's perspective. Actually, spending time with people that
people
they
from
that
other
they're
cultures.
prejudiced against.
Yeah, you're right. It does 100%. Spending time with people of different cultures, it does really change your perspective. There's a lot of stuff there that you'll have seen through your life. People getting
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's always horrible to watch at times because you just don't think that way. But when films deal with it honestly, I do enjoy seeing it.
Yeah,
because
I
I think it's
appreciate
important.
It. Yeah, very, very. No, go see it. It's a wonderful film. It's a beautiful film.
Yes.
Really is. Very worth going seeing. Like I say, anytime Viggo Mortensen pops up, you have to go and see it. But this one, he knocked it out of the park.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. If you agree with us, if you disagree with us, if you thought the film was crap, if you loved it, just fire us a few comments. And if you like what we're doing here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help us keep it going. Catch you next time.
Yeah. It's like
sorry.
wee Andy, big Andy, and tall Andy.
At least you went for tall Andy. I was about to say, shut up.
That was nice for once.
You were being-
And you didn't expect it.
No. Good deed for the day, letting a wee granny across the road.
Oh, my good deed for the day, and he spat it right back in my face.